Hi, welcome to the Iron Grip course on DVD. I'm David Horn, 9 times British Grip Champion, European Grip Champion and Champion of the Champion winner. I'm also a British Arm Wrestling Champion and I've competed in many other strength and strongman sport. I've been training for 28 years, competing for 22 years and coaching for 20. On this DVD we're going to be talking about pinch lifting, everything from tips and techniques to the history, from feats of strength to record-breaking lifts. So that's enough talking, let's go on with the lifting. We're going to look at the two hands pinch today. This is one of the most popular events in grip competitions. It's one that's used a lot in the European competitions. We use the European adjustable setup for most competitions in Europe. That's what we'll be showing you today. This is made up of a 6mm steel plate for the outside of the pinch, and inside, to make the thickness up, it's 6mm and 10mm rubber discs. These are put onto a 2-inch rod and are fastened by the collars which you see here. That's the 6mm steel plate, and there's a 10mm rubber and 6mm rubber plate, and basically any width you desire can be made up in millimeters. This is all fastened on by the collar like so onto the 2-inch steel tube, and there you have it. This, what you see here, the chalk debris, the seasoning as you would know it as, is just years and years of skin, chalk and dirt merged into the steel, as you can see on the back as well. And I'm just lining up both ends of the chalk here. That's the middle part and that's the middle part there. And I'll fasten that down with the plate. We do this just so that both sides of the season are exactly the same for your fingers, 4 fingers on one side and your thumb on the other. Okay, I'm going to show you how to chalk your hand. Now you may think this is pretty self-explanatory, but I really do chalk in here. I want there to be basically bulletproof to the side of the metal, but I don't want a huge amount of chalk on my fingers. So I get the chalk like so, I pour it into there, I can show that it's very chalked, put it on the fingertips and also on the side of the thumb, because I pinch with the side of the thumb. I dust off that and my hand is perfect. We're going to show you the technique of hand positioning here. We're going to show it on the Euro pinch apparatus. I'm going to first start off with thumbs. So here's the disc here, and I'll just show you here how you get your thumbs on. Now I really round my thumbs in like so, so that I'm pinching my palms, so like that. I also have my thumb turned, and that clamps it in the palm there. I'll put the second one on like so, nice and tight. And then, important, always have the fingers straight like that. And then when I pinch, there is no movement underneath my hand. I'm pinching not only with my fingertips and thumb tips, but with my palm of my hand. This is a very strong pinch. In between my grip exercises, I love to keep my hands warm, so I wear a pair of old sheepskin gloves. These are really good at competitions because in a hall it can be very cold, and you can be X amount of minutes between lifts, and in between that time your hands have got cold, and you really don't want cold hands going onto a friction lift like a pinch lift or even a V-bar or any other exercises. At a later date we'll be talking about gloves for skin protection, but of course these sheepskin gloves are just for keeping my hands warm for the time being. If you've got a grip contest coming up that has the adjustable pinch lift apparatus in, you may need to try to find out what the best width is for you. This is easily done. You get the ruler in there on that callousy part of the index finger, and then bring it over to the base, right in there, the base of the thumb, and measure that. Mine's about 50 mil, 48 mil. Now if I measure this, 48 mil, perfect. That's pinching in the palm. Let's have another quick close-up of that. Ruler in there on that callousy part at the bottom of the index, right into the base of the thumb, 50 mil, 48 mil. It is pretty obvious to have a lot of thumb pressure going on, but a lot of people forget about the fingertip pressure. It's imperative to really apply force through the fingertips. This adds friction to your hand, and also you will be able to put some wrist pressure through. As you put the fingertip pressure on, your wrists will come into play as well. Another old technique was the snapping technique. I don't use it anymore, but it's trying to snap the plate like so. This is a particular training tool that I made, very easily made a couple of years ago. It's what we call the palm pinch. It basically trains you to pinch in the palm without your fingertips or your thumb tips. You can have a cambered side and a sharp side, and this basically goes on to what we just showed you about the width of what your palm is, your own individual width of how to palm pinch by pushing it in there and getting those calluses over like that. You can see that is a very strong pinch. Okay. Exercise can also, of course, be done two-handed as well, so just like that. For those who are not got enough palm strength right now or not utilizing it correctly. If you haven't got the European apparatus, the adjustable pinch lift, that doesn't matter. For years I just used a couple of discs with a bar through the middle, just like this. Here you got a couple of 20s and just an iron line loading pin through the middle. Just add the weights on with collars and attach them. Obviously, if you have no pinch lift apparatus at all and train at a commercial gym, this idea can be absolutely fine. What you have here is just what you would find in any gym. An Olympic bar, a couple of 20 kilo plates, a collar, a couple of fives, put it against the wall over there, put the weights here, put a collar there, just have the fives here. This is perfect. This is kind of a bit of a leverage system here, so the weight is usually a little bit heavier than what it is, but it's going to be perfect for you to train if you have nothing else. And then just do your two-hand pinch lift, just like so. Now with that width being about 2 inches there, if you're say going to go to a contest and go for a bit wider, you maybe could use the 10 kilo discs, because these are wider. Yeah, it's going to be about 2.5 inch, I think it's 2.5 to 2.7/8, and then from this position, obviously you've got a wider pinch lift setup, like so. Now we're going to talk about hub lifting, an old-time feat of strength, a test of claw grip strength. And down on the floor here I have a 45-pound plate, brought all the way from America by my good friend Big Steve McGranahan. There are many techniques, but probably the purest and the best is the claw grip, and that is demonstrated like so. How many fingers you put in each section against the thumb on the other side is your pure preference. It really is down to how it feels for yourself. My preference is like this. Here's Elizabeth Horn with Lucy Horn in tow. And here's a 45-pound hub. Down. Well done. Going to talk about loose pinch lifting now. In the UK, we have the kilos. So we have the 3 10 kilo discs, the 2 15 kilo discs, the 2 20 kilo discs, and of course the Americans will have the 3 25s, the 2 35s, and the 2 45s. The width, we have the 3 10 kilo discs here, and the measurement comes up at 4 inches wide, which obviously to somebody with a normal hand size like myself can be a problem. So then what I have to really do is I have to see where my strength lies. Do I give away a little bit more thumb? Do I give away a little bit of finger? And that's the same with all the loose pinch lifting, whether the 220s or 245s, 235s or these ones, is I have to work out where my hand is positioned correctly. So on this one, I will put my thumb there once again, not quite into there, giving away a little bit of thumb so that I can get my fingers at this joint flat. I want my fingers flat. And then from here, I'm just going to show you my hand positioning for a variety of pinch lifts here. On the 3 10 kilo discs, I give away, as I said earlier, some thumb. I put it there. So it's not quite up, it's a couple of millimeters down. The thumb is spread to the side, and that enables me to get all fingers completely flat there. That's perfect for that. With the blob, I have to have the thumb flat here. Contrary to most of my other pinch lifts, I have to have it flat to get my fingers here straight, that one straight but on the camber, and I have to lose my index finger. I do all my blob lifts 3-fingered like that. I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques with a pinch lift with a bar through, and the normal style is just to lift it with the bar between the legs, and another style is to lift at the side. The usefulness of the side one is that it stops the rotation of the discs that sometimes happens, so I'll just show you. Sometimes the discs will rotate in like that. If you lift it at the side, because the bar glides up, it stops any rotation. And sometimes when you get the rotation on, you can end up losing the weight because the bar clouts into your legs. Just been having a chat to Nick, and this is the way he eliminates the skew, is by actually having the discs and the bar slightly to the side, so it takes the rotation already out of it. He lifts it like this. So there is no rotation because the rotation's already taken up. Maybe you'll find a different way of pinch lifting that we haven't found yet. Just over 43 kilo here now. This is Nick's style, we'll call it. And I'll see if I can lift it. Suitcase style. But this is the new apparatus we all use in the contest, the adjustable pinch lift. That's set at 48mm. And this is the old pinch lift that we used in all the old competitions back in the 90s and even up to the early 2000s. My best on this one ever was 67.5 kilo, done in 2001. Haven't really done much one-hand pinch lifting on this, of course. It's all been really two-hand pinch lifting. But we're going to have a little play here just to show you the differences. That a long disc, you can't get as much wrist in as you can on a short disc. Well, this one's 44 kilo, the one just lifted, and this one's here is 50 kilo. We'll have a go at it. Going to lift it the suitcase style. So that's 44. This is 50. Now with the shorter disc, I can actually get a bit more wrist into it. The leverage is better. I haven't used this for about 5 years, so just having a bit of fun now. Gonna see how far I can go before my skin splits. So we're up to 56 kilo now, and let's see if we can get this suitcase style. That 56.2 kilo on that last pinch lift, a one-hand one with the old apparatus. I haven't used that for ages. It just goes to show you that if you train on a good variety of pinch lifts, you can really build up a great base strength, and it shows. I'll turn it around. 3 fingers. If you want to add weights to push plate pinch, and just stick a chain through, attach the chain there, but have the weight hanging there, and you still got the discs so they can move apart. Just sticking a hoist chain there with a 1 1/4 kilo disc onto the 220s as well. I'll stick a bit more on there. Gloved. Hopefully I can get this one. Big nasty work gloves.
Yeah.
Ooh! Just open them up. Let's go. 15 and 15.1.
Right.
2 20s in each hand.
Easy.
Nick McKinless. 2 20s in each hand. Hold on. Sweet. Very nice. And another one. Very good.
That's it. Take it away, just so she wants it.
That's brilliant. Left hand. Left hand, 2 fingers. Favourite tool with our grip guys. A couple of 50-pound block weights or 56-pound block weights. If you can't get hold of a blob, I mean these are useful for that thick pinching, or even slightly thinner, and easily found at old farms, salvage yards or whatever, you know, scrap yards. So it doesn't have to, they don't have to cost too much. You know, you may well be able to get them for 15, 20 quid a throw or whatever. And what can you do with them? Well, obviously every kind of pinch lifting, 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, whatever. Picking them up like that, or picking them up like that. You can do cleans, all sorts of things. And then of course you can just use them as a normal, like kettlebell really. So great tool really. Two fingers. An even harder way than the last way across the base is across the side. It's even longer, probably a good 6 inches that. So let's have a little go. Just 2 fingers, that's all I can get on. Oh. Whew. This is a little easy training device here that we use for people who can't lift the blob off the floor. Basically you alter the angle of this plank down here, dragging it along till eventually you can lift it off. Okay, so obviously flat along the floor is going to be your easiest bet. And then eventually you'll get up to about here. And then from here you'll probably actually glide it off. So I'll show you like this. So it's just a normal piece of Formica or anything cheap like that, nice and skiddy. And obviously your blob, that's what you need. And then you'll just start to lift it up like that. And then when obviously that gets a bit too easy, you can just bring it here. And bring it like that, like so. Until eventually you'll get to around this side. And you'll lift it all the way up and lift it off. Like that. Here I have a thumb trainer from my friend Torsten Moser in Germany. I don't put a lot of weight on this, I use it one hand and I do it in a particular way where I do 20 full range, then 20 short range, then 20 full range, then 20 short range. And I never use very much weight on it. I think there's a lot of weight on it. The style and the form seems to slip. So I'll show you this. I keep my hand placed down there so that I'm using only thumb. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Then 20 quick ones. 2, 3, 4. And 20 again. Like that. And then 20. Like that. And that really always pumps that area out. There's another exercise we knocked up. We call it the sloping pinch lift, and it's basically to help out wide pinch sloping exercises like the blob. Just knocked it out a bit of wood, bit of hole there. You can put bars there, or we got the chain just wrapping like that. I fixed him with some old nails we bent. This piece of extra wood here, hammered in there so our fingers are flat, can't get anything, and it pans out there like that. You could of course just have the weights on here, but our wood has gone a little bit off shape, so we have to use this. Loading pin, extra weight. It really is quite good. It gets there, it's another little fun thing and useful thing to train on. This is a very cheap exercise to make. All you need is a old car tyre from the scrapyard and whatever weight you want to use. You put the weight in the rim, like so, stand up with it, and to go around the clock, what you could do is just keep moving like so. And as you can see, the squeezing, it's not just a pinch. This is excellent for the thumb and the finger ends, as you can see. And it's very similar to squeezing somebody's hand, arm or leg in grappling or jiu-jitsu. And once you get around to there, you've got one lap and you can carry on round like so. Nick's going to have a go at 40 kilo here. This is the most that's ever been done in this gym, so watch. Come on. Strong. Here we go. Halfway. Nearly there. Gotta make it. One more. Then just bring that hand. Well done. Quality. Claw. The claw. With the shoulder surgery that I've had, I've been obviously having to do a lot of training one-handed. So I started doing the tyre one-handed, and it's been fun and really productive because you really got to grab and hit the tyre as it goes round. So we're going to have a go at 10 kilo and see if I can get a lap or maybe above. Anything?
Massive effort.
That's hard. You get some real force in that. Just in case I come over to Torsten's competition, here we're having a bit of a play here. Load them all onto the bench, starting with a blob, onto a couple of 20s, Then a 50-pound block weight, 3 10-kilo discs, nice and fat ones those, and then finish off with the 45-pound hub from Steve. Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Woo! It's just the one attempt. That was fun.
Well done, mate.
Welcome to a brief section on the history of the pinch lift. The first reference I have to it, and it's with the help of David Webster and the Sons of Saxon, there's a chap named Boccador who lived in Bergamo in Italy. He was born in Italy about 1856 and he became well known in the 1870s. And he had a specially made compact lead packet which weighed 20 kilos. And this he used to carry around to develop his hand strength. As a prank in cafes, he would ask unsuspected waiters to hold it for a moment, and of course they would drop it with a crash or try to save it with frantic efforts. And this is the first reference I have, and this is before Louis Uini and Apollon. The next notable reference to a pinch lift I have is the mighty Apollon, Louis Uini, the French strongman. This is dated about 1892, and it's a 90-pound pinch disc, not 2 discs put together, that he had in his particular stage act. And here he would pinch lift it. But some of the records say he would then muscle it out. I mean, I don't think he did this, but certainly it's a good pinch lift, and he was certainly probably worth more than a 90-pound pinch lift. I haven't got any particular picture of this, but I got a picture in a old La Culture Physique book here, magazine from 15th of December 1909, and there is Louis Uini standing with his foot on the big 80-kilo ring weight that he would train with and put also in his show. Next we come to Charles Vancitar. He was the man with the iron grip, and he toured the stage in Britain and Europe in the early 1900s. One of his particular feats of strength he would perform on the stage was to have his assistant lie on the stage, where he then would pinch lift a 56-pound block weight and pass it over and back over his face. Another particular feat of strength was to lift a 65-pound block with his forefinger and thumb only. And now one of the greats, Arthur Saxon. I have 2 notable early feats of Arthur Saxon's ability with his pinch lifts. First one is in 1912 at the Ringling Brothers Circus, and here he performed a pinch plank snatch, and this was using a 180-pound plank. This was 26.5 feet long by 9 inch broad and 4 inches wide, and Harry Paschal saw this done in 1912 at this circus. That's a fine feat of strength. And the second one He's using again a plank, and this was done once again at a circus, and this is between 1905 and 1914, and this is one-handed right hand snatch with a 90-pound wooden plank, and it says it's meant to be of rough hemlock or spruce, 10 inches wide, 3-inch thick and 15 foot long. Another great feat of strength. Now is William Penton Caswell's turn. He was a British weightlifter and strongman from the early 1900s. And one of his particular feats was to lift the 56-pound block weight, which has a ring on the top, and he could lift that with his forefinger and thumb just by the peg. And what I have here from an old Superman magazine from November 1930, I am here pictured lifting the 56-pound block weight, like so. The first American who's in my reference book here is Warren Lincoln Travis, the professional strongman who would perform at Coney Island. And I have a few of his pinch lift feats, and it's in this particular magazine here. And we're going to pan into this while I talk about it. In the first illustration we see a two-hands pinch lift of an iron elevator counterweight. This is 4 inches wide and weighs 210 pounds. In the second picture we see a rectangular block of iron weighing about 100 pounds, and he would lift this in a few ways. First by an ordinary 2-hand pinch grip, and second by 3 fingers of each hand. There's a few other feats there, but on the final 6th one is a weight weighing 55 pounds that you would clean and press by pinch gripping the flanges, which you can see on the illustration. The first pinch lifting competition was a 2-hands pinch lift, and this was in 1991. This is at the Iowa Gorner Grip Championships in Burton-on-Trent. That particular day 15 competitors competed, and the pinch lift apparatus we used that day was a 50-pound solid disc with a rod through the middle and extra weights. And if I remember rightly, looking down here, the big day was 85 kilo lifted. This was in 2004, and this was a collaboration between myself and Mikael Sibbersen of Sweden. And we wanted a piece of apparatus to be able to use for all the forthcoming competitions. Okay. Since then, it's been used in the major competitions across the globe, and will be in the future. I suppose one of the most notable in the past was Herman Gorner, who lifted 111 pounds, or 50.35 kilo. And we have a diagram here in the Gorner the Mighty book, which is by Edgar Muller, and you can see it was actually 2 15 kilo discs with extra weights on it, and with a chair leg through the middle, making up the whole total weight of 50.35 kilo, and this is a one-hand lift, and a fine lift to boot. One of the kings of rafters, Al Berger, back in the 1940s, he was doing superb stuff on the rafters, and he could do 12 chins in succession on rafters that were 30 inches apart. This was in 1941. His body weight was about 193 pounds. He could also do 6 times with 10 pounds added to him, for obviously a total weight of about 203 pounds. Great feats of strength for somebody who's about 190 upwards. We go on to our next notable athlete who also did rafter chins, Bruce White of Australia. One of the true greats. Most of his best feats of strength were done in the 1970s, and not only did this consist of pinch lifting but also deadlifting, if you want to check out. We were very lucky to do Nick did an interview with Bruce White. This was for Iron Grip magazine in 2002. One of the questions was asked what was his best lifts, and apart from lifting the inch replica, was doing 115 pounds one-hand pinch. A fantastic lift. We're very lucky that Bruce White was meticulous with his training diaries. So I have a list here of all his lifts, starting in 1960, where he did a pinch lift of 78.5 pounds, building up to, say, 1967, where it's up to 97 pounds, up to 112 pounds in 73, and up to that magic figure of 115 pounds in 1974. He even then continues right on, where you get it right up to 1993 of 100 pounds. A great list of achievements here. We were very lucky, as I said, getting the interview in 2002, because a few years later, unfortunately, he passed away. Well, I've collected all those snippets all over the years, and I hope that you have enjoyed them as much as I have. Hi, this is the outdoor gym. It's December here in Stafford in England, so it's a bit cold. And we're going to have a go at a few things that we normally don't do downstairs. I'm wearing my sheepskin gloves today. That's to keep the hands nice and warm, especially on a day like this. And we're going to now go on to the plank pinch. This is a 9 foot long, 2 inch thick plank with weights added to. Pretty similar to the thing that Arthur Saxon lifted in the early 1900s. Unlike a normal pinch, you can get some height with this because the weight is not between your legs, which is actually very good for dynamic pulls. This will make you squeeze the pinch very hard, especially at the bottom of the movement when it's really being forced out your hands with gravity. 81. $91 kilo, 200 pounds. Okay, 101 kilo here. We're finished with the high pulls. We're going to do some deadlifts now.
Come on, one more. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Go on. Two. Hear the fingers squeezing. 3. Very good. 4th one there, possible. Very good. I just had to go at the 101 kilo there for the deadlifts. Now we're going to see if we can just do the 250 pound barrier. This is 114 kilo, which is just over 250 pounds.
Come on, David. Oh yeah.
Yeah!
Well done. Very nice.
Hey. I think seeing you, and knowing you were going to do it, pushed me. Because actually, honestly, I went to the bar not thinking I was going to do it.
Feel comfortable.
Yeah, I just applied a bit more squares, you know. Strong. Strong. Doggo. So close. The left.
Broken hand.
Yeah. You could definitely go and move that left along. That's good. Strong. Down. Well done. Same as me. Very well done. Come on. Two. Come on. And the third. Just make this one. Well done. Good. This is the plank of woe. This is a device we made for training the fingertips. It would also be very useful for any climber. At one end there's a pivotal system, and it's the long plank, and then at the other end is the weights. Along the plank is the various climbing handholds that have been bolted to it. The idea is to walk up using your hands to the end and walking back. Look at very small ones at the end. Got 2 kilo on there now, along with the rod. You really don't need a lot of weight on this thing. That length of plank, the leverage takes care of itself. Let's have a go. Go a little bit more. This is the pinch box. This is what we use for when we start to train for rafter chins. We use the same wood that what a rafter is made out of, which is 2-inch by 8-inch wood. And it's made in a box with a base like so, and a groove here for the bar to sit in, so that you're basically pinching exact same position as you would be pinching on a chin. Okay, the box weighs 10 kilo, the Olympic bar of course 20 kilos, so that's 30. We'll bung another couple of 10s on, that'll be 50. Just the same as what you're going to be doing with the rafters. Grasp them like so. The difference here, you're going to pull it up, down. If you have a problem with the balance, obviously, might take a couple, just move back or forth. I moved up to 70 kilo now. Just get kilo now. $100 kilo, basically my body weight now. I normally use an exercise bar for this, but we just had the Olympic bar here. It's probably best to put an exercise bar in for when you drop it, in case you get any bending of the bar. That's it.
$107. Yes, Dave.
$2.6.
2.6.
5.2. $50.
15. 15.1, yeah.
10.
10.
10.2. 5.2.
108.2. Cool.
Hold it up like that.
The lights are on, I'm tired, it's the end of the training session for today, except for one more exercise, and that's put all the weights away. At a later date we'll be talking about wearing gloves for skin protection, but for the time being these are just what I keep on. Oh fucking hell. At a later date we'll be talking about I'm wearing my okay. I'm wearing the sheepskin gloves. Gloves?
So I won't use that then.
Another 2K. Fucking hell. Where it gets hard now. So this is when you can't give in. Let's go again. Oh yeah, come on. That bloody post. Bastard. And you lift it all the way up and lift it off. Like that. Oh God. Now here we have the tyre pinch. Now this is a superb exercise for any sports that require grappling. Sorry. Hi, this is a. Oh, sorry, mate. Hi, this is the tyre pinch. This is an excellent exercise for any. Hi, this is a tyre pinch. This is an excellent exercise for any sports such as combat. Oh, fucking hell, man! I'm struggling on this. Come on, I've got to go work. This is a tyre pinch. This is an excellent exercise for any other sport. Any other sport? Where the fuck did that come? This is a tyre pinch. This is an excellent exercise. This is a tyre pinch. This is an excellent exercise. This is the tyre pinch. This is the tyre pinch. Hi, this is the tyre pinch. This is an excellent exercise. Fucking, what's wrong with me? One hand, 10 kilo in. Start finger on. Go. Oh, fucking hell.
So when did the first let's see. Yes.
20 kilo. Record is 4 laps. Nick's after 5. Come on. Feeling light. Keep going. That's the one. Go, go, go. Think positive. That's 2. All looking good. All looking good. It's basically 2.5. You're halfway there. Now it's a slow, keep them going. Come on. 3. Regenerate. Go, 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 go. Come on. Keep it up. 1 at a time. 1. Squeeze and tight. Squeeze and tight. Squeeze and tight. Go, 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 go. 4. Have a little breather here. Have a breather. Come on. Woo! Tell me when you're ready.
Well, I'm ready.
Okay.
Begin. 5. Come on. on.
Oh, I got the claw. Got the claw.
Dave J still in the lead.
Didn't do this game too good. Oh, that was a stupid mistake.
Went too big.
Yeah.
Yes. Easy.
One. Two. Three.
Sleep.
Four.
The claw's coming. The claw. Oh, the claw.
Five. Keep it going. It's gone through the claw. Six. There's one lap to do it. New name. Sneeze now. It's gonna do now. Come on, squeeze it tight. Tight. Oh. Well, not quite. You got there, but you had to put it down. That was some serious claw work there. I was impressed you had another 2 laps after the claw. You can feel the whole body.
Sorry, you can.
The whole upper body, isn't it?
Yeah, here you go, like this.
Chest, breathing. Okay. Go.
Yeah.
That's an improvement.
Better. Can you let it down anymore? No.
1, 2. Good stuff. Press the red. Probably would have had the 3 if it's gone. Very good.
Wow.
Press it. Good. 1, 2, 3. Unlucky. One lap. And one, you go. It's 2 or nothing, it's 2 or nothing. Well done.
Come on. Go on. What? Yeah! Yeah!
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. Thought I had that for a second.
Put it off the floor.
Probably next week.
Oh yeah.
Phil?
Yeah. $104
Wasn't perfect. Come on. Oh, 113.7. So just above 250. Come on. Be strong, be strong.
Come on.
No, I'm not even fucking strong enough. Ooh.
That was better.
Yeah, that was better. Yeah, you only have that much on. Oh, that is the road.
Training for it.
Back on.
Good. Very good.
Bit more fun stuff. Stick a towel over the top and see how we do it with 3 fingers. No. 2 20s, 2 fingers. some distance, but not all the way.
Again. Go. Don't worry about it.
We got a better one than that one.